Welcome to Ask Alex Anything, the video blog where you can ask me, Alex, anything you want to about religion. In this installment of my series on Rob Bell's new book, Love Wins, we examine whether or not belief in Jesus Christ matters if God is eventually going to redeem the entire creation. Take a look at this clip.
So is it irrelevant and is it immaterial about how one responds to Christ in this life in terms of determining one's eternal destiny? Is that immaterial?
I think it's extraordinarily important. I think it's extraordinarily important.
But in your book you said that God wins regardless in the end.
Love wins for me is a way of understanding that God is love. And love demands freedom.
You are asking for it both ways. That doesn't make sense. I'm asking you, is it irrelevant as to how you respond to Christ in your life now to determine your eternal destiny? Is that irrelevant? Is it immaterial?
It is terribly relevant and terribly important. Now, how exactly that works out and how exactly it works out in the future, we are now, when you die, firmly in the realm of speculation. And my experience has been that a lot of Christians have built whole dogmas about what happens when you die, and we have to be very careful that we don't build whole doctrines and dogmas on what is speculation.
I'm not talking about what happens when you die. I'm asking you how you respond here and now. And the question I'm asking you, and what you seem to be saying in this book, is that God will melt everyone's heart eventually, some even post-mortem in death. So you're the one making the speculation about the afterlife. What I'm asking is it irrelevant and immaterial about how you respond to Christ now to determine your eternal destiny? Is that relevant or irrelevant? Does it have a bearing or does it have no bearing?
I think it has tremendous bearing. It also at the same time raises all sorts of questions, and that is why the discussion is so lively and vibrant.
Now, it's obvious that Rob has stated several times during this interview that, in fact, believing in Jesus during this lifetime is very important. The problem is, he doesn't articulate very well why it's important. I'd like to explain Rob Bell's point of view as communicated in Love Wins, and then, in the next installment, provide my own answer to this question. One of the most important points Rob makes in Love Wins has to do with our understanding of heaven. We often think of heaven as being somewhere other than here. Heaven is a place we can only access once we are dead, and if we assume that the goal of Christianity is to gain access to heaven, then our souls can only access heaven if we believe in Jesus during our lifetime. In other words, the true rewards of salvation are not something we receive in this lifetime, but the next. However, Rob understands that the Hebrews didn't think of heaven as being a place that could only be accessed after death. In fact, the Hebrews believed that God's goal was to merge heaven and earth. In other words, heaven is to be here, in this place on earth. And what's even more important than that is the idea that this merging is happening as we speak. Not sometime in the future, but right now. So you'd be right to ask, how is heaven merging with earth? Because it certainly doesn't seem that way to me right now. Well, belief in Jesus Christ changes hearts so that we can live the life that God expects us to live, so that heaven can be here on earth. This is why belief in Jesus is so important in this lifetime, because it is through Jesus that God's goal of merging heaven with earth becomes possible. The goal of Christianity is not about something you get when you die. The goal of Christianity is to change you here and now, so that you can help God bring about the reality Jesus spoke of when he said, "The kingdom of heaven is near." Stay tuned for my answer to this question, and as usual, keep sending in your questions to Ask Alex Anything, or come visit us at pinestreet.org. Until next time, bye-bye.